Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So today I want to test with you some new and hyped up fragrances. Fragrances that in most part have been talked about a lot in recent times, and there's also, I think, one really new release. Now, before I start this video, not that I have to do this, but I'm going to say it. These are my opinions, and I think in some cases, these will be very unpopular opinions. I think I'm going to disagree on some of these with a lot of people. But as always, telling you the truth, telling you my truth, telling you how these fragrances smell to me and what I think about them. So obviously take it with a grain of salt. We all have different noses. We all have different tastes. We all have different body chemistries. Anyways, let's get started. And let's start with a brand that kind of came out of nowhere, I feel like. Before the last maybe 6 months or so, nobody ever talked about it. Honestly, nobody. And all of a sudden, everybody's talking about this house. And I don't know for sure if it's Demi Rowling that started the hype or maybe someone else. I really don't know for sure, but the hype started and kind of took off. Now, I'm talking about the house of La Perla. Especially one fragrance, which is Possibilities. Now, I've been very curious, and surprisingly, there is a department store not too far from me that carries this line. And so I had an opportunity to go to the store and test it out. Now, I didn't test all the fragrances. I didn't want to get overwhelmed. I tested a few, I'm not going to talk about all of them, but I will talk about two that are probably most popular from the bunch. And the first one is, the most popular one, which is Possibilities. So like I said, I've tested it in the store on my skin. I also have it here on a blotter, so I can speak about how it smells. Of course, let's start with the notes. So here we have freesia, blackcurrant, pink pepper, rose, petalia, orange blossom, cashmere woods, vanilla, ambergris, and akigawa wood. Okay, the notes sound lovely. People describe this fragrance as very feminine, very sexy, like the epitome of, the best things out there. And when I tested this, I was so utterly disappointed. I don't understand. I don't understand what people find in it, because I tested it and I thought my nose is not working. I let my husband test it as well, and we came up to exactly the same conclusion. This smells like some type of expensive face cream. Like what comes to mind is, I don't know, Lancome face cream. That's it. That's it. I don't know this. It smells like, some kind of expensive cream, cream that has fragrance to it, That's it. That's it. Guys, I can't tell you anything else about this fragrance. That's how it smells. I don't necessarily pick out all the individual notes. I mean, yes, maybe there is orange blossom, maybe there is freesia, there is a little bit of vanilla. Yes, okay, when I read the notes, I can see that, these notes are present here. But when I tell you overall impression, because when I sprayed it, when I first tested it, I actually didn't remember the exact notes that are in here. I don't even know if I ever looked them up before testing this fragrance. So my impression of what it smells like, an expensive face cream. That's it. The price of this thing is so high. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't like it. I don't think there's anything special about this fragrance, and I don't think it's worth the price tag at all. Okay, second one from this house that I tested and I wanted to talk to you about is Let the Dance Begin. I think this is probably second most talked about scent from this house, so I wanted to test it. Now, let's look at the notes first. There are so many. There is Davana, cardamom, black pepper, pink pepper, citruses, neroli, bergamot, orange, cinnamon, caramel, geranium, rose, tuberose, ylang ylang, kashmiran, cedar, sandalwood, patchouli, tonka bean. So many notes. When I first sprayed this fragrance on, I really liked it. I was surprised how much I liked it. Again, when I tested it, I really didn't know the notes. Like, I looked up the notes after testing it in a store, and it just had this warmth and spiciness and a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of creaminess. It was so pleasant. It was really, really nice. I really liked it. Even at first I thought, ooh, I think I want this one. I might want a full bottle. This is really nice. And this is a great example of, where you really need to test out fragrances properly. Like, I'm telling this more to myself than to anyone else. This is something I need to remember. Don't jump to conclusion. Wear it, test it a few times, see how you like it through the whole wear of the fragrance, because my original thoughts were very different from where I ended up once I tested it properly, once I tested it fully. The first stages of this fragrance, the beginning, probably even a couple of hours, are really, really nice. They're so warm and spicy and a little bit sweet and even a little bit delicious and sexy. Really, really nice. However, I did not like the dry down of this fragrance. It lost the creaminess and the depth that it had at the beginning. The spiciness became a little bit too much. It became a little bit screechy. And overall, I would say the fragrance became a little bit sharp. There's some kind of sharp, spicy quality that I was left with. It felt like all of that niceness that I had at the beginning, all the warmth and depth, they disappeared somewhere in a dry down. And I'm just left with that kind of screechy, sharp base. Now, I definitely think that this fragrance is better than Possibilities. Hands down, better. But again, it is definitely not for me. It was really nice at the beginning. Like I said, the opening is really nice, but overall, I wasn't super impressed either. I don't think either one of these fragrances are that great. I think there are much better fragrances out there in the market, much better, and many of them are more affordable or cost less, let's say, than these ones. So, overall, I would say, I don't get the hype on these ones. I really don't. Like I said, I haven't tested the whole line of La Perla, but I definitely tested a few more, maybe 3 or 4 more. I mean, not fully tested, but I've tried. And, they were okay. But again, nothing extraordinary, nothing that would justify the price for me. So I would say, no, I was not impressed with La Perla at all. And my suggestion and recommendation to you would be definitely, please test them out before you splurge on these really expensive fragrances. I'm sure that some of you will love them, but I think there will be some that really will not understand the hype, just like I don't. So don't blind buy these. Definitely test them first. Now, another fragrance that I tested in the store is a relatively new release from YSL. I believe it came out at the same time as Baby Cat. And Baby Cat was obviously the talk of the town. And I haven't heard many people talk about this one, but I was curious about it. This is called Rouge Velours. So when I was at the store and I saw it, I thought, okay, I really want to try it. So the notes in here are white tea, pink pepper, rose, jasmine, iris, patchouli, vetiver, musk. So essentially, this is rose and patchouli scent. Yes, we have seen this many, many times before. This has been done many times. But I have to tell you, this is one of the nicest rose and patchouli scents. There is something about it that is so regal and so high quality and so balanced. You know, yes, I can get rose and patchouli, but they're not like punching me in the face. There is some kind of smoothness to the scent. There is roundness to the scent. Maybe it's the note of white tea that kind of tones down rose and patchouli a little bit. I'm not sure. I also feel like there is just a little bit, very little touch of sweetness in here, but it's very light, and yet I feel like it's there. It's creamy, it's smooth, it's beautiful, guys. It's beautiful. Yes, it's not original. Rose and patchouli has been done many times, but I gotta tell you, in my opinion, this is one of the best rose and patchouli combinations. Absolutely stunning. I am considering possibly getting a full bottle of this one. I absolutely loved it. I think it's a very, very well put together scent. Really high quality. Okay, the next one is a really new release. I believe it came out towards the end of last year. I'm not even sure if it's available in North America or not. Maybe it is. But when I found out about this release again, I was really, really excited, and I definitely wanted to try it. Now, I am talking about Tonka Cola from Monsera. I love scents that have Coca-Cola note in them. I don't know, there's something about those scents that I really, really enjoy. And so, you know, when I learned about this one with the note of Coca-Cola, I thought, yeah, this is going to be good. I think this has to be good, and I definitely want to try it. So I was able again to get a decant of this one, and I've had a chance to test it out. So is this great? Is it the new amazing Coca-Cola scent? Well, let's start with the notes. So this has cherry, cinnamon, lemon, nutmeg, Coca-Cola, patchouli, orange blossom, tonka bean, vanilla, benzoin, labdanum. I mean, the notes to me sound amazing. I pretty much love all of these notes. Like I said, I really enjoy Coca-Cola scents. I mean, there's even cherry in here. There's vanilla, patchouli, cinnamon. I mean, yeah, sounds amazing. What does it smell like? Well, in the opening, when I first sprayed, I really do get this burst of Coca-Cola. And I definitely get lemon. Yeah, actually, if I didn't know that there was a lemon in here, I would have said lime. To me, it almost smells more like a lime than a lemon. And I do get spices, with nutmeg being definitely more prominent than cinnamon. Yeah, there is a little bit of sweetness, but again, just a touch, maybe more kind of benzoin type of sweetness than vanilla. So that's what I get in the opening. When this fragrance dries down, I lose Coca-Cola. I lose it completely. Cherry, it's never there for me. I don't get any cherry in here. And when it dries down, this scent becomes very stale. Like, it literally, you know, again, both me and my husband tested this one. And again, we had the same opinion. And believe me, I don't influence him. I actually often would let him express his opinion first, you know, so that he doesn't get influenced by me. And then, you know, I tell him what I think about it. So, but we came to the same conclusion again. In a dry down, it's very stale. Like, it almost smells like some kind of, I don't know, old suitcase or some kind of like old chest of drawers, like something like that, you know? like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's very stale. That's all I'm getting out of it. And in a dry down, I can't even pick out any specific individual notes. Really, it's old and stale and unpleasant. It is. This video is turning out to be a little bit negative, but again, like I told you, these are perhaps unpopular opinions, but that's how it is. So yeah, that's how it smells. There's nothing. It's already starting to lose that brightness from Coca-Cola and turn into this kind of stale old type of scent. Quite unpleasant. So yeah, needless to say, I'm not going to be buying a full bottle, nor can I recommend this scent to you. I was not impressed. This was quite disappointing to me. By the way, sorry if this video is a little bit dark today. I filmed with natural light and it's kind of gloomy today. And I've been trying to film this video for a few days now and every day is gloomy. So, I can't do anything about that. Hopefully, it won't be too dark. But the last one that I want to talk to you about is a fragrance in a house that I have never heard about until people on YouTube started talking about it. This is Bianco Latte from Giardini di Toscana. Like I said, never heard about this house, never heard about this fragrance until, other creators started talking about it. And this is a gourmand scent, a vanilla scent, and of course I got curious and I was able to get a decant of this, and so let's test it out. So let me spray it. And again, let's take a look at the notes. So this one is pretty simple. We have caramel, honey, coumarin, vanilla, and white musk. That's what Fragrantica says. Now, when I initially sprayed it, I thought, oh, this is nice, but it's just kind of a sweet vanilla scent like many others, pleasant, but do I really need another scent that's so similar to everything else? And I just left it on my hand. And, throughout that day, I just kept getting pulled to my hand. I wanted to smell it over and over and over again. And the more I smelled it, the more I was enjoying it. I was starting to love it. And I just enjoyed wearing it so much. But still, I kind of thought, it's just a vanilla. I don't know. So I wore it again the next day and I loved it. I really loved it. Now, I won't lie to you and say that this is some kind of unique, complicated scent. It is not. Like the notes suggest, it's pretty simple. In fact, it is not so much about vanilla as it is more about caramel to me. The sweetness that's in here, I feel like is coming more from caramel. Honey, I don't really get honey here at all. It's like it's caramel with a bit of vanilla and definitely musk. I do get musk in here as well. So it is sort of this uncomplicated gourmand, and yet it has some kind of edge to it. Like there's something, either spiciness or a little bit of smokiness, or there's something, little punch of something in it that makes it quite addictive and really pulls me in. Like I just want to keep smelling this. It is so delicious. It is so delicious. So yeah, it's uncomplicated. It's not unique. And yet for me as a gourmand lover, it is quite beautiful and it is quite addictive. So yeah, this one I love. Now, where do I find it? Where do I find the full bottle? Guys, I've been looking. I can't find it. All the stores that I find are in Italy and they don't ship to Canada. So I don't know where to find it. If any of you know of any online stores that ship here, please let me know because I do need to get a full bottle of this one. I really, really want a full bottle. This one I loved. So there you go. Even though there were quite a few that didn't work for me, we ended on a positive note. So please let me know if you have tried any of these, if you love some of these. Maybe your experiences have been different from mine. That's wonderful. I would love to know that. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please remember to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you soon in the next video. Bye.